Welcome everybody to another video of Vinyl Addict. This is Chili, and today I want to talk about the last two purchases I made. One at a Walmart, which is this Creed album, My Own Prison, and an independent record store purchase, the Wailing Wailers. Okay, and before I get into this, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, share this video, and if you still haven't, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for updates. Okay, so with that out of the way, there's always just a lot of talk. We'll start with the Walmart release here, or purchase that I got of My Own Prison. This is a metallic silver color variant, and first time on vinyl. Okay, so for the most part, I think there's always a lot of people in the community, of course, talking about getting records at Walmart, opposed to getting records at an independent records store, which was, I don't know who made up these rules, the kind of elitist type. And, the one thing is, sometimes these records make their way back to independent record stores. Anyway, working at one, these records come in there and they are sold again in the independent record store. If we really felt that way, then no, we'll just say no to the corporate vinyl, evil record. No, there's a lot of good that comes out of this. For one thing, working at a independent record store, Moondog Records here in Vegas, is that I see a lot of people, like parents who buy their kids a record player, and of course they'll start getting stuff at Walmart, and then they'll, of course, as they get into the hobby, they will find their way to the independent record store and say, wow, this is where I need to be. I get it now, but there has to be some sort of seed that was planted, and that could have been at Walmart, going through there, seeing this. Now, for someone like me who works at one of these places, I shouldn't even be there, getting these kinds of records or whatnot. I love records. It doesn't matter where they're from. I'm a vinyl addict. If it came to the point where everything was black marketed, or you couldn't get anything, was banned, just like people getting drugs, if drugs are illegal, we still get drugs somewhere, so even if guns were made illegal, people will still get guns. It doesn't matter what kind of laws that will be put out there. Creed records were, illegal. Someone is going to be fiending for a Creed album, they will find a Creed album. It doesn't matter where you go and where you get it. So, with that being said, if records are being at Walmart and I was pretty much just going to get some almond milk and some treats for my dog. And so, of course, I'm going to take a stroll to the media department and see what they have, and usually it's not stuff that, that I probably would have already, or they're just very popular names, of course, popular brands, if you want to call it. And it's stuff to, if someone was starting out again, like what we're talking about, I was talking about, so yes, you'll get that Eagles Greatest Hits album, or a lot of Greatest Hits albums, or they have their own little campaigns for, like, Billy Joel. I mentioned on a vinyl tag that it was an impulse buy that I got Billy Joel. I just was in Walmart and I just felt like I had to get something, and I got the Billy Joel album. And so, but when I went in there the last time, my experience was, I'm shuffling through all of that, looking for the one that is going to be, okay, I'm never going to see again. I have their other album, Human Clay. This is the first time on vinyl. So this is for me, would be a no-brainer. Yeah, I'll get this. And there's a metallic silver, it's a variant. And so that's the main thing. It's getting something that that among the herd of all the other records there in Walmart, this is the one that was like, okay, I could, through all the Adele albums and all these leftover Christmas albums, this is the one that pretty much kind of stands out. And it's like, yeah, I'll get this one. And I do not feel any shame in getting this album at Walmart, And so, and let's see how this looks. The quality's still good. They come from the same places where they press all these other albums. There's no different. And it's cheaper, of course. Walmart, their prices are cheap, and it's not, the thing is, it's not going to put the independent record stores out of business because what it does, like I said, it kind of gets, it's sort of like the drug dealer here. The first one's free kind of thing, and they come back, right? But then they, speaking as someone who's a recovered drug addict and alcoholic, you tend to find other sources that have, better shit, right? And so they're going to start off with Walmart, and they're going to end up going to independent record stores as they, get more involved in this hobby. So Walmart is really kind of just planting the seeds, and people are then going to go into the independent record store, and that's where they pretty much will stay. So that is my Walmart purchase. And my last one for mom and pop independent was the Wailing Wailers. Now, this is a 1971 reissue, originally released the first time in 1965. So when something like this comes around, this is something that, when I'm going into an independent record store, or because I work at one as well, and something like this comes in, these are the kind of records where everything kind of stops. Like this is, you're going to pay, of course, a lot more for something like this, because of course the grading and whatnot, the condition, and just, it's something that I won't see anymore. This is a Studio One, the Wailing Wailers, and I saw this, and I just kind of just said yes. It's like I need to have that, because not only the songs on here, and just I really love this kind of ska era of the Wailers and the Rude Boys. And they, because I had some of these songs on the Bob Marley Songs of Freedom 1990 release on CD only. The vinyl release that they put out, they didn't put out these songs, like Simmer Down. That's on the box set on the CDs of the 90s. Put it on in all these things. And so this is something that I know that I'm not going to see. It's not... yes, there may be a lot of Creed albums coming in, but that Metallic Silver one is exclusive to Walmart, and so it makes it kind of one of a kind, and that it stands out than just the rest of them. Whereas this one as well, in the same vein, is like, okay, this, if I don't get this, I'll never see it again. That's how I look at these, and these are the ones where you go, damn, I should have got that when I saw it. This is one of those coulda, woulda, shoulda records, and didn't want, this one was not going to be that. And so I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to get that. It's just, there's a no-brainer. Yeah, it costs a lot, but you know what, it's worth it, and these are the kind that, I want in my collection that, sometimes it's not about quantity, it's about quality and what you have and everything. And this is, to me, something that I'm like, fuck yeah, this is the shit right here. And so, where I guess it's pretty much the same kind of thing, whereas when my mindset is as far as getting a vinyl, it's something that you're still looking for the one. You know what I mean? The one that day that's just going to go when you're there on your hunt and your dig, like, okay, yeah, this is the one that stands out on all these other things, and something that would necessarily add to the collection, like, okay, because I got the other Creed one, so I got this one, and this one I'm never gonna see. You know what I mean? I mean, I could go online and look and hunt it down and go on all these kinds of things, but of course, when you're I like getting things at a store, at a record store, just like, okay, this one I found, and and there's just something about the hunt, right? So this is that record, and those are the kinds of things that I look for in a independent record store, and I think those people who started off at Walmart, as they grow and grow in this hobby, they will end up doing the same thing. They were realized, like, yes, I have a first edition, first pressing of this or that. For me, like I said, at first it comes down to the music. So even if they didn't have an official in a store of something, if they have like an unofficial something, like, okay, I just want to hear that music and then hear it, and it looks good enough or whatever, until something else comes around, and that's I done that with the Tool records. If so, I got an unofficial, but then unauthorized, however you want to call it, bootleg, and then after that, seeing something, an official come in, and I'm like, okay, getting that, and so that's where what I stand on the whole Walmart versus independent record stores. I mean, I tend to go to both. I love vinyls, and so that's where I stand in my position on this. Someone else may have something else, a different opinion. That's fine. We all have opinions. That's fine. So leave me a comment below and tell me your opinion on this. And with that, I'll shut up and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.